Gnosticism, a diverse and complex religious movement that emerged in the early Christian era, is characterized by its emphasis on esoteric knowledge, gnosis, as the path to spiritual enlightenment and salvation. Central to Gnostic thought is the belief in a dualistic cosmos, wherein the material world is seen as flawed or even evil, created by a lesser deity known as the demiurge. In contrast, the true divine realm, the pleroma, is a transcendent, perfect reality inhabited by a hierarchy of divine beings or eons, emanations from the ultimate source, often referred to as the One or the Father. Gnosticism posits that human beings contain a divine spark or soul that has become trapped in the material world. The journey of the soul involves awakening to its true divine nature through the acquisition of gnosis. This knowledge leads to the soul's liberation from the material constraints and its eventual return to the pleroma. The path to gnosis is typically revealed through mystical experiences, secret teachings, and the guidance of divine beings or intermediaries. The Tripartite Tractate, a key text within the Gnostic corpus found in the Nag Hammadi library, provides a detailed exploration of these themes. It delves into the nature of the divine, the process of emanation, the fall of the soul, and the path to redemption. The text presents a complex theological and cosmological framework that emphasizes the interconnectedness of divine entities and the transformative power of knowledge. In our analysis, we utilize a set of logical triads to elucidate the relationships and influences described in the Tripartite Tractate. These triads offer a structured approach to understanding the intricate dynamics between the divine, the material world, and the soul's journey. By aligning concepts from the text with these triads and supporting them with specific quotes, we aim to provide a comprehensive and insightful examination of the Gnostic worldview, as presented in the Tripartite Tractate. The Tripartite Tractate highlights the coexistence of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit within the divine pleroma. This unity is expressed in the quote, "The Father, the Mother, and the Son are one, since they are indivisible from each other." This triad represents the essential indivisible nature of the divine entities, demonstrating their harmonious coexistence. The Father, Son, and Holy Spirit are seen as distinct yet inseparable, forming the foundational structure of the divine realm. Their coexistence ensures the stability and unity of the pleroma, emphasizing the interconnectedness and mutual presence of each entity within the divine triad. The state of equilibrium within the pleroma before the fall is crucial in the Tripartite Tractate. The text states, "The eons are in a state of equilibrium, having not been separated from the One, in whom they exist." This equilibrium signifies a balanced and harmonious state where ignorance, error, and suffering are absent. The equilibrium is maintained by the perfect knowledge and harmony of the divine entities. The balance within the pleroma underscores the ideal state of divine existence, free from the disturbances that later arise in the material world. This equilibrium is a model for the return to divine harmony sought through redemption. The process of emanation from the Father to the Son and the Holy Spirit is a core concept in the Tripartite Tractate. The text explains, "The Father emanated the Son, and the Son emanated the Holy Spirit, forming a divine triad." This triad illustrates the reinforcing nature of divine emanation, where each entity supports and extends the existence of the next. The emanation process is a continuous and reinforcing flow of divine essence, establishing a dynamic relationship within the triad. This reinforces the interconnectedness and mutual dependence of the divine entities, highlighting the seamless transition and flow of divine attributes from one to another. The disruption of harmony by ignorance leading to error and suffering is a significant theme. Ignorance gave rise to error, and from error came suffering, disrupting the harmony of the divine, explains the Tripartite Tractate. This feedback loop demonstrates how negative states perpetuate and reinforce each other. Ignorance disrupts the divine balance, leading to error, which in turn causes suffering. This cycle highlights the interconnectedness of these negative states and their cumulative impact on the divine harmony. It underscores the importance of overcoming ignorance to break this feedback loop and restore divine balance. The causal relationship between the descent of the soul into the material world and its return to the divine is articulated in the text. The soul descended into the material world, yet it retains the memory of its divine origin and seeks to return. This triad emphasizes the causality between the divine, the soul's material existence, and its eventual return. The descent is seen as a necessary step in the soul's journey, with its return being the ultimate goal. The causal link highlights the purposeful progression from divine origin to material existence and back to the divine, illustrating the soul's journey towards redemption and reunification with the divine source. The concept of reversion through gnosis is central to the text's message of salvation. Through gnosis, the soul reverses its descent and returns to the Father, transcending the material realm, states the Tripartite Tractate. This reversion triad showcases the transformative power of divine knowledge. Gnosis enables the soul to reverse its fall and return to the divine source, overcoming the separation caused by ignorance and material entanglement. The reversion process emphasizes the critical role of knowledge in the soul's journey, highlighting the potential for restoration and reunification with the divine through enlightenment. The text states, "The divine exerts its influence on the material world through a series of intermediaries, creating a non-linear path of connection." This triad illustrates the indirect yet pervasive influence of the divine on the material realm. Intermediaries, such as eons and archons, facilitate the transmission of divine attributes to the material world, creating a complex web of interactions. This non-linear influence underscores the multifaceted nature of divine intervention and its intricate connections with the material realm. Reflection on the fall and the realization of the need for redemption is emphasized in the text. Reflecting on the fall, beings realize their separation from the divine and their need for redemption through knowledge. This retrospective triad highlights the importance of understanding the fall to recognize the need for salvation. The realization of separation from the divine prompts a quest for knowledge and redemption. This reflective process is essential for spiritual awakening and the journey back to the divine. It emphasizes the value of introspection and the awareness of one's divine origin as a catalyst for the soul's return. The inclusion of all beings in the potential for redemption is a key theme. The text explains, the divine plan includes the redemption of all beings, as each soul has the potential to return to the pleroma. This inclusive triad highlights the universal scope of salvation. Every soul, regardless of its state, has the inherent potential to return to the divine pleroma. This inclusiveness underscores the compassion and universality of the divine plan, emphasizing that redemption is accessible to all. It reflects the encompassing nature of divine love and the opportunity for all souls to achieve reunification with the divine. The exclusion of ignorance, error, and suffering from the pleroma is crucial to maintaining its purity. The text states, "The pleroma remains untouched by ignorance, error, and suffering, which are confined to the material realm." This exclusive triad highlights the separation of negative states from the divine realm. Ignorance, error, and suffering are characteristics of the material world and have no place in the pleroma. This exclusion preserves the sanctity and perfection of the divine realm, emphasizing the distinct boundary between the flawed material existence and the perfect divine state. The unity of the divine triad in creation and salvation is articulated in the Tripartite Tractate. In their unity, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit work together in creation and the salvation of souls. This conjoined triad emphasizes the collaborative and unified effort of the divine entities. Their combined actions in creation and salvation illustrate the integrated nature of the divine plan. This unity ensures the coherence and effectiveness of divine operations, highlighting the seamless collaboration of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit in achieving the ultimate goal of salvation. The constriction of divine knowledge through the material realm is described as a bottleneck in the text. Divine knowledge is constricted and obscured by the material realm, creating a bottleneck for the soul's ascent. This bottleneck triad highlights the challenges the soul faces in accessing divine knowledge while in the material world. The material realm acts as an obstacle, limiting the flow of divine wisdom and hindering the soul's spiritual progress. This constriction underscores the difficulty of achieving enlightenment and the need for overcoming material limitations to access divine knowledge. The harmony between divine knowledge, truth, and light is essential in the text's theology. Divine knowledge, truth, and light exist in harmony, illuminating the path to salvation, states the Tripartite Tractate. This harmonic triad underscores the interdependence of these divine attributes. Together, they create a cohesive and enlightening force that guides the soul towards redemption. The harmony between knowledge, truth, and light exemplifies the perfect state of the divine realm, providing a model for the soul's aspiration and the transformative power of divine enlightenment. The dissonance caused by ignorance and error is a significant theme in the text. The intrusion of ignorance and error creates dissonance, disrupting the harmony of the divine, explains the Tripartite Tractate. This dissonant triad illustrates the destructive impact of negative states on divine harmony. Ignorance and error introduce discord, undermining the unity and balance of the divine realm. This dissonance highlights the disruptive nature of these flaws and the importance of overcoming them to restore harmony. It emphasizes the need for purification and the eradication of ignorance and error to achieve divine unity. The convergence of divine attributes in the act of salvation is central to the text's message. In the act of salvation, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit converge their divine attributes to redeem the soul, states the Tripartite Tractate. This convergent triad highlights the collaborative and integrated effort of the divine entities in the salvation process. Their convergence ensures the effectiveness and comprehensiveness of the salvific act, bringing together their unique attributes to achieve a common goal. This convergence reflects the unity and purposefulness of the divine plan, emphasizing the collective effort to redeem and restore the soul. The divergence of beings away from the divine through ignorance is described in the text. Through ignorance, beings diverge from the divine, losing their connection to the pleroma. This divergent triad illustrates the separation caused by ignorance. As beings become entangled in ignorance, they move away from the divine source, creating a gap between themselves and the pleroma. This divergence highlights the alienating effect of ignorance and the resulting disconnection from the divine. It underscores the need for enlightenment and the removal of ignorance to restore the connection with the divine realm. The interplay of divine and human attributes in redemption is explored in the text. Redemption involves the combination of divine and human attributes as the soul reconciles its earthly existence with its divine origin. This combination triad emphasizes the integration of both divine and human elements in the process of salvation. The soul's journey involves reconciling its material existence with its inherent divinity, creating a synthesis of both aspects. This interplay highlights the transformative power of divine influence on the human condition and the potential for humans to achieve divine-like states through redemption. The division caused by the material world's separation from the divine is highlighted in the text. The material world is divided from the divine, creating a separation that the soul must overcome. This division triad underscores the distinct boundary between the material and divine realms. The separation is a fundamental challenge for the soul, which must navigate and transcend this division to return to the pleroma. This division emphasizes the duality of existence and the soul's struggle to bridge the gap between material entanglement and divine reunion. The association between divine knowledge and the restoration of the soul is crucial in the Tripartite Tractate. Divine knowledge is essential for the restoration of the soul, associating it once again with the pleroma. This association triad highlights the vital role of knowledge in the soul's redemption. By acquiring divine knowledge, the soul reestablishes its connection with the pleroma, facilitating its return to the divine realm. This association underscores the transformative power of knowledge and its critical importance in the restoration and reunification process. The disassociation of beings from the divine through ignorance and error is a significant theme. Beings are disassociated from the divine through ignorance and error, losing their connection to the source, explains the text. This disassociation triad illustrates the alienating effect of ignorance and error. As beings become immersed in these negative states, they lose their divine connection, resulting in a separation from the source. This disassociation emphasizes the need for overcoming ignorance and error to restore the lost connection with the divine and achieve reunification. The integration of divine attributes in the salvific work is central to the text's theology. The salvific work integrates the divine attributes of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, bringing the soul to enlightenment, states the Tripartite Tractate. This integration triad highlights the cohesive and unified effort of the divine entities in the process of salvation. Their combined attributes create a powerful and effective force that guides the soul towards enlightenment. This integration reflects the harmonious collaboration of the divine entities, emphasizing the completeness and comprehensiveness of the salvific act. The disintegration of divine knowledge in the material realm is described in the text. In the material realm, divine knowledge disintegrates, becoming fragmented and obscured. This disintegration triad underscores the challenges faced by the soul in accessing and retaining divine knowledge. The material realm fragments and obscures this knowledge, making it difficult for the soul to achieve enlightenment. This disintegration highlights the corrupting influence of the material world and the need for overcoming these obstacles to restore and integrate divine knowledge fully. Through our analysis of the Tripartite Tractate using logical triads, three main themes emerge that encapsulate the essence of Gnostic thought and provide a cohesive understanding of the text's complex theology and cosmology. One of the primary themes highlighted by our triadic analysis is the profound interconnectedness of the divine entities, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. This is evident in triads such as coexistence and reinforcement, where the unity and seamless emanation of divine attributes are emphasized. The divine triad's harmonious coexistence and mutual reinforcement illustrate the inherent unity within the pleroma, underscoring the Gnostic belief in a perfect and indivisible divine realm. This interconnectedness serves as a model for the soul's aspiration to achieve unity and harmony with the divine through the process of gnosis and redemption. The dualistic nature of Gnostic cosmology, where the material world is seen as distinct and separate from the divine pleroma, is another key theme. This is exemplified in triads like exclusion and division, which underscore the division and exclusion of negative states, ignorance, error, and suffering from the divine realm. The material world, characterized by these flaws, contrasts sharply with the purity of the pleroma. This dualism highlights the soul's predicament, trapped in the material world, yet inherently belonging to the divine. It reinforces the necessity for spiritual awakening and the rejection of material entanglements to achieve salvation and return to the divine source. The transformative power of divine knowledge, gnosis, is a central theme that runs throughout our analysis, particularly evident in triads like reversion and association. Gnosis is portrayed as the key to reversing the soul's fall into the material world and facilitating its return to the pleroma. The acquisition of gnosis enables the soul to overcome ignorance and error, realign with divine truth and light, and ultimately achieve redemption. This theme underscores the critical role of enlightenment in the Gnostic spiritual journey, emphasizing that true knowledge is not merely intellectual, but deeply transformative, leading to spiritual liberation and reunification with the divine. In conclusion, our triadic analysis of the Tripartite Tractate illuminates the intricate relationships within Gnostic theology, emphasizing the interconnectedness of the divine triad, the dualistic nature of existence, and the transformative power of gnosis. These themes not only provide a structured understanding of the text, but also highlight the profound philosophical insights offered by Gnosticism. By exploring these triadic relationships, we gain a deeper appreciation of the Gnostic worldview and its relevance to the spiritual quest for enlightenment and liberation.